Yeah. Oh, tears of joy. The perfect setup for my talk. Ode to Joy. Good morning. I'm Reverend Madeline Wade, and I'm here to share some joy with you this morning. Yeah. So our theme this month is Living Everyday Wonder. And some of you may be able to have Ode to Joy jump into your head from Beethoven's, Ninth Symphony. The good news is an ode means to sing a poem, but I'm not known for singing, so I'm not singing today. So that's my Christmas present to all of you. Yes. So an ode to joy, but joy is like, oh my God. It's like, oh, don't breathe so loud. Oh, yes. So Ernest Holmes defines joy as the emotion excited by the expectancy of good, a gladness, a delight, and exultation. Oh, breathe that in. Oh, yes. And then another definition is a feeling of extreme gladness, delight or exaltation of the spirit arising from a sense of well-being or satisfaction. So it's looking forward to it and then experiencing the emotion full out. And it's like, yeah. So here's one of my delights this morning, one of my joys, is I was looking for my red scarf. I couldn't find it. But then I got here and I found a bunch of red beads. So here's the red and the green for Christmas. Yeah. So it all works out. The flow is just there. Except when I let my bloated nothingness get in the way. This is a favorite quote, so I'm just sharing it. This is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Let us take our bloated nothingness out of the path of the divine circuits. Oh my gosh. And sometimes I'm really bloated. And other times I'm not so bloated. Right now I'm not real bloated. Too much information. Okay, so what blocks and destroys joy? There's all sorts of things, being bloated for one. One of my little things is I look out into the world and I see suffering. And I go, oh my gosh, how can I feel so joyful with all that suffering going on? And then I got a little nugget last Sunday. And the nugget was, although I changed it, you know me, imagine you've got a pond of ice and someone has fallen through the ice and they're suffering and you want to save them. Do you jump in the icy water with them? No. You get a lifeline. You get on your phone and get help. You throw out a rope. You do whatever you can to support them, but you are still strong and in power and in joy. So that someone else's suffering reinforces the need for your joy, for your strength, for your power, for your presence. And that really helped me, because sometimes that's part of my bloated nothingness that pops up. Sometimes that's true. And the other thing sometimes that gets in our way is if we think we can take a shortcut. We don't want to do our work. We don't want to do what really our heart is calling for. We think, well, if I do this, we do a little spiritual bypass. We run around it. I'm just disclosing a few of the things that I've done. I'm not saying you've done them. But there's another one that I've also done that is like, oh, that's not good. And that is comparing myself to others. Anytime there's a comparison, it's a killing of your joy. It's a killing of your joy. And then if you are not in joy with what you've got, you're always in yearning. because there's a deep appreciation for what we do have that's so important. And we all have tools, and I know you guys have been using them. You guys have been using them. Everybody's been using them. So we do our practice. We do our meditation. We do our prayers. We sing. We journal. We dance. We may even sing, have tears of joy. We may walk, do a pilgrimage. We may just smile, for heaven's sake. Just smiling at somebody, especially if they're a grumpy grocery clerk. I just, it's kind of a game I play in the grocery stores, trying to get anybody who's grumpy to smile. And stories, sharing our stories, caring for one another, feeding each other food. Even this morning we were talking about how to make cookies that are healthy, don't have a bunch of sugar in them. Love, companionship, just giving and receiving. So giving is joyful, and receiving is joyful, especially because when you receive, you're allowing someone else to have the joy of giving. So it's a constant cycle of giving and receiving, joy, 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 joy. And it just, trusting the process, doing the practices. And there are so many benefits for us. It's not just that one little moment of high and happiness and enthusiasm and joy and energy. It's being a whole, knowing you're whole. And one of the benefits too is it lifts your whole mood. It lifts your life. And I don't know about you, but I experience stress sometimes, and it decreases stress and anxiety to practice your joy, to feel it. It boosts your productivity. You're more awake and alive and attentive. And guess what? You get to be more creative. And your thoughts are more positive. All these things, I just had this good idea. Oftentimes in a meditation, a light bulb will go on. And it's like, oh, thank you, God. And I have joy in that moment in my meditation. And you want those good thoughts, those things that just grab you, that give you joy, to spiral up, because they grow and expand. That's what this teaching is about, accepting your good and knowing that the more you're conscious and grateful and joyful and enthusiastic, it increases it, and your motivation goes. It's I don't know, it's just keeps building and building. And the other thing is joy is really good for your body. So mind, body, it's like your blood pressure goes down when you're in joy. Your immune system is stronger. And we all know how important that is right now. It's amazing. And this is the part I like. I sleep better. I love to sleep. And I'm grumpy when I don't. Ask Gary. My husband will tell you, oh God, she didn't get enough sleep last night. So it helps your digestion. You'll live longer. You'll just be in joy. It's just so perfect for all of us. And then some of you have sorrows. And it is important to recognize that there is sorrow in the world. And for each of us, there are times when there is sorrow. And Rumi tells this little story that I really love. Sorrow prepares you for joy. It violently sweeps everything out of your house so that new joy can find space to enter. It shakes the yellow leaves from the bough of your heart so that fresh green leaves can grow in their place. It pulls up the rotten roots so that the new roots hidden beneath have room to grow. Whatever sorrow shakes from your heart, far better things will take their place. That joy is coming in, it's rushing in. And if you feel that sorrow completely, it rushes in faster. So we all know that we have practiced affirmative prayer. So I went and I turned to the Science of Mind textbook, which I encourage everyone to open up and read. It's powerful. And Ernest Holmes, our founder, wrote it, of course. And I was looking for joy in the index, which some editions don't have. But in Physical Perfection, the chapter is Physical Perfection, Successful Living, and Mental Equivalence. All through these chapters, he's claiming joy. It's It's like joy, 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 joy. So knowing that that is one of the keys to a beautiful life, which is all, it's our birthright to have that beautiful life. Let's take a deep breath. That's a beautiful life, that beautiful breath. So there's ways to look at embracing joy, to remember to embrace joy. You can be mindful and move your body. You can dance, you can walk, you can do Pilates, or not. you can do yoga. Because joy comes from moving your body too. If you've been experiencing illness or something like that, when your body feels comfortable and energetic again, don't you feel joy? It's like, oh gosh, yes, yes. The other thing that I've done sometimes, I'm working on this, is that I'm not always kind in my self-talk. So it's important to be compassionate and loving to yourself when you're talking to yourself and catching it and knowing that forgive yourself. Oh, I didn't mean that. Yes, I love my body. Yes, I love that challenge. I know there's something better on the side. This lesson is going to be learned. I'm going to get it this time, and I know it's going to keep. Whatever that is, so just be kind to yourself. And you could surprise yourself. You might even make a list of all your good traits. Oh my goodness, a list of things that are good about me. Like paper, pen, or computer. It doesn't matter how you do it, just that you actually do it. And you may surprise yourself. Another thing, of course, is to connect with friends, to be in community, to be all together, to sing together, to eat together, to share one-on-one or in a larger group, to be in service, to be in love with each other, to smile, to hug. Yeah, these red beads are not indicative. I'm open to hugs. It's to be in community. Go for a walk with somebody. Have coffee with someone. Just on the spur of the moment, just pick up the phone. And you can bring joy and light to that person's day and to your own heart. The other thing I like to do is journal. I write out things. I can write out all the things I'm joyful for, all the things I'm grateful for. I see gratitude and joy all intertwined because it's almost like I feel them together. So write a gratitude journal. I even text people each night gratitudes for my day. And I do it joyfully. It's so fun. And then they text back their gratitudes. And it's just a beautiful expression. And that, of course, was gratitude is the last thing that I was going to say about that. It's like, grateful, 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 grateful. So the other thing I like to think about is putting myself in the way of joy. It's like setting up the alignment and knowing that that's what I'm doing as much as I can. So Buddha tells us this: we are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. Is that familiar? Hello, sorry, it's mine. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. Buddha. So putting ourselves in the way of it is going in the flow, being in perfect alignment. Some of the practices I've already mentioned, some of the things that you can do that are external, that have impact internally. It's your daily practice, your habits. Your habits set you up for the joy, the gratitude, the excitement of life. And I just know being in service is part of that as well. Because if you're in service, you're already creating joy in the person receiving, and you're also creating joy within your own heart. It's that cycle of giving and receiving again. And some of of you know this, some of you don't, that I work as a court-appointed special advocate, which is a CASA, for the little kids. So I love to hang around the little kids because talk about joyful, especially at this time of year. So being in service, that's something that nourishes your heart, that opens up that joy, that unexpectedness. Joy hits you in the face sometimes. You don't know it's coming. Isn't that great? And it doesn't hurt. It feels good. Like to be hit by something that's good. The other thing that I really love about, and I know there are people in this room that have this going on, is your animals. Oh my God, you pet your animals. You love your animals. You care for your animals. They are joy walking through your yard. Gary called me the other day because they were quail walking over the snow. It's like, what? Quail. It was so cool to see the quail. The other day I was driving down our road. There goes a skunk right in front of me. I thought, oh, a skunk. And then the skunk went to the little culvert because it was cold and snowy. So he had his little culvert, so he was hiding out. Actually, it was going from our yard to the neighbor's yard, so I knew we were on the clear now. But petting our beloved animals. I mean, I was writing this talk and my cat was sitting on my lap. I was in heaven. I was in joy. My cat was there. Yeah, so share your treasures. Share your joy. Coming on Sunday, being on the board of trustees, just Sunday services, classes, breaking bread together. Potlucks are really good thing. Doing sacred ceremonies. This coming Saturday night is the candle lighting for Christmas. Oh, how beautiful. And then, I don't know if anybody in here is a World Cup aficionado. I'm not going to tell the score because I actually don't know it. But talk about the joy when your team wins. It could be NFL football, it could be anything. There's joy there too to be had. And then the holiday celebrations. Hanukkah starts tonight. And then we have Christmas and Kwanzaa. So there's so many more things. So if you share the joy with others, it's just so much stronger. And in closing, I want to talk about just one thing. That there are dear people in this world that you have friendships with. Tell them. Tell them the joy that they've brought to your life. Appreciate them. Share it. There's one man who's 92 years old and tells dirty jokes and flirts with every woman he can find. And he's a joy. Now, on the dirty jokes, he cleans them up for the girls. But he, and one of these days he plans to go. But he's going out joyfully. And all the memories he's leaving behind are joyful. It's like, look at that character. Oh my God. He's in love with life and he's 92. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, one other thing. Music. Don't forget the music. If you're down a little bit, you want to hear some joy, put on some music, crank it up. Some of your favorite songs. Yeah, there's joy. There's joy in the voices. You're hearing it. It's like, so powerful. And also, I celebrate current events. And there's a current event I actually wanted to celebrate. And that was the Respect for Marriage Act was signed into law on December 13th. Now, is it perfect? No. But it's progress. And that brings joy to my heart. There is progress being made. And Mother Teresa says, joy is a prayer. Joy is strength. Joy is love. So I have a question for all of you. What may you do today, this week, to light the spark of joy in your heart? I'm going to repeat that again, and you can think, because I'll be quiet after that for a moment. What may you do today, this week to light the spark of joy in your heart. Take a deep breath to seal that. Teilhard de Chardin says, joy is the most infallible sign of the presence of God. And then here's some words from Ernest Holmes. There is one supreme intelligence which governs, guides, and guards and tells me what to do, when to act, and how to act. Everything necessary to fulfill and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. I am joy, peace, and happiness. I am the spirit of joy within me. I am the spirit of peace within me, of poise, of power. I am the spirit of happiness within me. I radiate life. I am life. There is one life, and that life is my life now. From the Science of Mind textbook. Let's take this into prayer. The magnificence of Spirit, that divine creator, the universe, the infinite, the power, the love, the grace, the creativity of the one is in and through me and in through all. I know this, I claim this, I live this. And I know and accept that this prayer is actually complete with this. But I also embrace more. I embrace that beloved community, the prosperity, the gathering of like-minded souls, beloveds coming to celebrate life together. I just know and accept that each and every one of us thrive and flourish, and that we use these teachings. We live these teachings. We are these teachings. And I know and accept that the power, the grace, the love, the light of Spirit is in each and every one of us. I claim it. I know and accept that we live our birthright full out with joy, love, and light. And I know and accept unexpected pleasures and treasures for each of us in this divine season, as our health and well-being is assured, and that we live in joy. So the law is in action. It's beautifully outpicturing. It's that power, that strength, that flow within us. And I accept and know it was outpicturing in each unique person, each love, each light. We are those beautiful stars in the sky. We are the beautiful earth. We are the water. We are all of it. So from this divine unity, I let these words go, knowing that we are one. And I am so very, very grateful as we say together, and so it is. Thank you. Deep breath, please. I have an announcement that I wanted to share. And it's a joyful announcement. I've been with the Sierra Center for 22 years. And I've come to a decision to take a sabbatical. So I'm going to take about 3 months off. And so you won't see me, but I will still be praying for this center and for all of you. And I'm relinquishing the title of assistant minister, but I'm still a presence. We are all one, and I love you all.